Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I'm Karina. I got a camera. Look, I'm in HD. Intense, right? I don't actually know how to work this camera, so we'll see what happens. My favorite hat kind of goes without saying, I guess. I wore it 2 videos ago. This is my favorite hat. After I watched Gabby's video on Friday, I went on Free Rice and I think I answered like 200 questions. No, I answered them in English, okay, so, but still, that counts. The link for that is in the doobly-doo. Friday night, I went to see The Hunger Games. I really enjoyed it. I thought it portrayed the books really well. It was really long. I had to use the bathroom within the first like 20 minutes of the movie and I stuck it in there, but it was torture. The only thing, well, I didn't read the rest of the series, so I didn't know who President Snow, right? Is that the guy with the beard? The white beard, not the other guy. I don't know who he was and what his importance for anything is. I agree with Kira. I think they should have elaborated on Gail, Prim, and the mom more because they were well-developed characters in the book, but in the movie they had, I don't know. I thought the little girl who was Prim did really well though, because it takes skill to cry like that. If I could relive any part of my life, which would it be? I guess before I was 4. Well, would this be me reliving it exactly how I lived it? Or would it be me as I am now, like my mind now, but then? Do you know? Or is it as my mind is now, but inserted in my other body? Does that make any sense? If that's the case, I'm going to take it like that. I would want it to be before I'm 4 so I can remember that part of my life. I wouldn't really want to relive my life because I like the unknown. I like doing new things, I guess. That's how I live. I hate redoing the same thing over and over again. So I wouldn't really want to relive my life at all, I guess. And my book is prepare for sadness, or I don't know, prepare for ultimateness of life. This is really hard. I'm talking to an actual camera now instead of a webcam, so I keep either looking that way or looking at the screen because I have a preview screen now and I can't focus. It's really aggravating. My book is the first Harry Potter book. I'm going to read the last paragraph of the first chapter because I feel like this is what starts the over a decade worth of the Harry Potter fandom, and I love Harry Potter and what it's done and everything. So I'm going to read that. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Chapter 1, The Boy Who Lived. A breeze ruffled the neat hedges of Privet Drive, which lay silent and tidy under the inky sky. The very last place you would expect astonishing things to happen. Harry Potter rolled over inside his blankets without waking up. One small hand closed on the letter beside him and he slept on. Not knowing he was special, not knowing he was famous, not knowing he would be woken in a few hours' time by Mrs. Dursley's scream as she opened the front door to put out the milk bottles, nor that he would spend the next few weeks being prodded and pinched by his cousin Dudley. He couldn't know that at this very moment, people meeting in secret all over the country were holding up their glasses and saying in hushed voices, "To Harry Potter, the boy who lived." My question, I thought this up last Wednesday morning and I've been waiting to tell you guys because I had to wait until now. I know one of our questions previously was which fictional character would you want to meet? My question is, which fictional character would you want to marry? Besides Dr. Ten and Sherlock, because those are obvious. Everyone wants to marry them. My answer would be Aragorn from Lord of the Rings because he's heroic. He is the king of Gondor. He's a ranger. He would be a great father. And he knows Elvish. So those are kind of my requirements. The only problem is he's destined to be with Arwen. So, I mean, that's a little problem. But my second choice would be Legolas, because he's an elf. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you guys next week. I don't understand. How does Ash do that without messing up his hair? There, in the previous screen, there's a box around my face because I think I put face recognition on, and whenever I move, it's like a yellow box that follows me around, and it gets bigger as my face gets closer and it gets smaller as I go farther. It's actually kind of cool, but it's really distracting.